Hey everyone, welcome to our Coach Sneak Peek event. I'm so excited to have you here to check everything out and see what it is we do as coaches. So to start things off tonight, I'm going to start by talking about why I'm a coach. And I'm saying why in like capital letters here because our why is really our driving force behind our business. It's what pushes us and motivates us every day to work a little harder, to make little sacrifices, to stay committed and consistent with our business, because it's some, great dream or future we have for ourselves, this big reason for why we are doing something sort of out of the ordinary in terms of a career. Most people go and work for someone else and they clock in their hours and then they get their paycheck and that's it. And, as a coach, you're an entrepreneur. You're going to be in charge of your own business and in charge of your own schedule and your own hours, which means that takes some dedication. But we, are going to talk to you about that as well. Don't immediately get overwhelmed by me saying that. But your why is really important when you're doing this business. So, every coach has their own reasons, their own purpose with this. And there's no right and wrong. There's definitely some common ground with all of us as coaches. If we're deciding to do something like this, it's because most of us have a passion for health, for taking care of ourselves, for helping other people, getting them to live healthier, happier lives. Most of us want some extra freedom in our lives, the chance to make extra income or a full career on our own terms. So, those are some common interests that all coaches might share, but we all have our own stories. So I'm going to start off by telling you guys a little bit about my story and how I got started with coaching and why I continue to do this. I've been a coach almost 2 years now. I signed up January of 2014, so I'm almost at my 2-year anniversary. And, the reason I decided to become a coach was just because I was looking for a way to find a healthier pursuit. I'd gotten really interested in nutrition, and my path to getting there was sort of, it wasn't straightforward. I was not the fit or athletic girl. I didn't do sports as a child. I always sort of struggled with fitness. And I've always loved food. Those of you who do know me know I'm a big foodie. I eat paleo now, but that definitely didn't used to be the case. I've always had a sweet tooth. I used to be a pastry chef. That's what I was doing before I became a coach. And so I always sort of struggled with my weight and feeling uncomfortable with my body. And I dealt with a lot of issues with digestion, especially in my teenage years, like going off to college and feeding myself really badly. Top ramen, that typical college diet, lots of carbs and refined foods, and I definitely felt it. And I tried so many different ways to try to lose weight. We've all been there trying to lose that weight, those last 10 pounds, maybe 20 or 50 pounds even, just depending where you're at. And it can be so incredibly frustrating. And as someone who loves food, I hated going hungry. It would make me so cranky. It was no fun to be around. And I got really sick of it because I kept trying and not really making any progress, and I'd just feel bad for a few weeks until I gave up, and then it was just this vicious cycle. I'm sure a ton of people can relate to that. So it was about 3 years ago that my mom finally turned me on to Paleo, which is a type of eating. If you're not familiar with it, it's just reducing, eating real whole, clean, unprocessed foods, kicking out most of the grains and sugars, things like that. And it really started this huge spark for me of figuring out how to eat real food to fuel my body, to nourish my body, to take care of myself, and not approach nutrition from like a diet standpoint of deprivation and hunger and kind of like, punishing myself, for eating and being hungry. It was a way of really fueling my body and coming to understand that, and that was this big turning point for me. And like I mentioned at the time, I was working as a pastry chef. I'm here in Portland, Oregon. And you can imagine I had this huge sort of dilemma in my head of, I enjoy this work. I like baking. I love to cook, but I'm making all these pastries. I'm around them all day. I'm tempted by them all day. I don't want to eat them. And so I started to kind of take a step back from what I was doing, and I realized that that wasn't my passion anymore. I really didn't like the place where I was working anymore. It was poorly managed. I wasn't treated well. Underpaid, underappreciated. So, along with having this newfound love for nutrition and taking care of my body, I was also losing my love for what I was doing in my job and just feeling like it wasn't the right fit for me anymore. And I really wanted to do something new. And that was, about the time this coaching opportunity came into my life. Sometimes things just work out that way, and I was searching for something I could do. And here came coaching. I actually found out about it through my own coach, Amy, and she led me through a challenge group, which is the foundation of what we do as coaches, where you're set up with a fitness program and a meal plan and superfoods and this amazing support and accountability group with your coach, so that you really get the motivation and the support you need to stay on track and reach your goals, which is the component I was always lacking. I was always trying to do it on myself, and I was always doing it kind of the wrong way, which is why I was always failing. And so her support as my coach was just this big game-changing moment for me with my health and fitness. And so when she talked to me about being a coach myself, it was just sort of like, the stars aligned. I want to act like it was just this moment, and I was really actually excited about it when she talked to me about it, but I was also really nervous and sort of felt like I wasn't in a position to become a coach. So if you're feeling that way too, that's totally normal, and we're going to talk about that more tonight. But I decided to go for it, and like I said, it's been 2 years, and my real why, my main purpose behind this and why I keep doing it is I really don't like working for someone else and for their dreams instead of working for my own dreams. I'm a stubborn person. I want to be able to do what I love and follow my own passion, not have to miss out on holidays and time with family and friends because my work schedule is dictated to me. That freedom is a big factor for me, being able to travel and see the world. And then just being able to focus on my own health consistently. This is something, it's my focus all the time. So I have this really amazing reason to keep going and keep doing my best and improving my body and mind through this amazing opportunity. So that's just a part of my why. I've got plenty of other reasons for why I keep doing this. And we're really excited to share more about this opportunity with all of you. Please ask your questions as we go along. There's no such thing as a stupid question. Don't be embarrassed. If you have anything that's sort of in your mind and you want an answer, please post. So make sure to refresh your page in about 5 minutes after you've watched this video to catch the next one. And thanks so much for being here tonight, guys. Bye.